Well, hello everybody, it's Ronnie. I'm back and full of ideas, and I needed a little break. Had some life changes going on, but it's all good. Life happens sometimes. Anyway, we're going to be designing and crocheting this shark bowl cozy. For some reason, this time of year, everybody is asking about bowl cozies. I'm not sure why, but that's all right. If that's what you guys want to make, it's all good. This one's a shark. You can do them with the white nose or you can do them with the gray. Up to you. I chose white. I like the white. I think it turned out really good. And we're going to dive right into this. Remember, this is 100% cotton, always, for anything in the kitchen. Oh, disclaimer. I did talk about it at the end of the video. If you're going to be putting this in the microwave, you cannot use these eyes. You have to sew with 100% cotton onto this to be able to put in the microwave or oven. If you use these, they will melt. So, disclaimer, can't use these if you're not in a microwave or oven, this product. And it's 100% cotton. Let's go. Okay, it seems like the bowl cozies, even though we're going into the spring and summer, seem like bowl cozies are like taking a popular hit right now. So we're going to make a shark one, but this is going to take a little time, so be a little patient, but it's adorable. Anyway, so I am using, this pattern recommends a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. Now, because it's a shark, I'm using gray. We need 2 strands. It needs to be very thick. Now, I didn't have time to get to Hobby Lobby, so I just ran to Michael's and got some yarn. This is not my favorite, but it does work very well. And if you're going to be putting this in the microwave, do not use anything but 100% cotton. Trying to find it on here. 100% cotton. All right, it is a medium weight yarn. And this color, that if you want to know, it's loops and thread. It's pewter is the color that I'm using, but we're going to be using a couple different colors in here. So we're going to get started on this. You guys ever have fun finding a center? I call it yarn throw up sometimes. This one I got lucky on. This one wasn't too bad. All right, grab another one. Say, do I get lucky twice? Yes, I did. May not be lucky in the lottery, but I'm lucky in this. And because we're working in the rounds, I do suggest a stitch marker. It will be your best friend. So this pattern starts with a magic circle, magic ring. If you are not comfortable making a magic ring, I would suggest you chain 3, slip stitch to the first stitch, and then chain 1, okay? But if you can do a magic ring, I highly recommend it. There. Now in your magic ring, you're going to put in 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I'm going to pull my magic ring a little closed, but not tight, so I can see my next round of stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're not slip stitching. We are going right into, seems like it's dark. Hold on. I can get some better lighting for you guys. There you go. That's a lot better. Woo! I didn't realize how dark that was. I apologize. Okay. So for the next round, we're going to put 2 single crochets in every stitch, and this is where I'm going to put in my stitch marker then. So the first stitch right here, and go right into it. I'm going to put in 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. And before I go any further, I'm going to put a stitch marker in that first one. So 2 in the next, 2 in every stitch. This will land you at 12 stitches. And 12. It is very tough in the beginning when you are working with double strands, but as you progress, it does get better. So just have a little patience to get through the first rounds. Now I'm closing that center as much as I can, but I'll weave that in, okay? So now we're going to do an increase. So in the first stitch, put in 1 single crochet. And put your stitch marker right back there. In the next stitch, put in 2 single crochets. Then in the next stitch, you put in 1. Then in the next stitch, you put in 2, and do that all the way around. And I will meet you at the end of this round. Okay, now we come around. Now we're going to do another increase row. So put 1 in the next one and mark your stitch. And then again 1 in the next. Try to keep your stitches as tight as you can. And then an increase. So it's 2 singles and an increase. Oh, let's do that again because it looked like I was a little bit off camera. So single crochet, single crochet, and an increase. All right, so we're going to do that all the way around into here, and then I'll meet you there. Okay, so we went around and done. So now we're going to just keep doing increases. We're going to do the next row will be 3 single crochets and an increase, 3 single crochets and an increase. Then the next row will be 4 single crochets and an increase, 4 single crochets and an increase, and then we'll do one more row, 5 single crochets and an increase, 5 single crochets and increase. And after you complete the 5 single crochets and increase, I'm going to meet you back here, and then we'll talk about what we do then. Okay, I finished my increases. It was 5 single crochets and an increase, 5 single crochets and an increase. That should land you at 42 single crochets. Okay, now the next row is easy. It's just matching stitch for stitch. So 1 single crochet in every stitch all the way around, so you will stay at 42 single crochets. I will see you back. Okay. If anybody's ever interested in these, I wear these when I'm starting to get like the yarn is rubbing my fingers and causing maybe a blister or maybe a peel, like a surface wound that just rubs wrong. So if you're ever interested in where I get these in the link form, let me know. Anyway, so I did my once around. We're still at 42 single crochets. Now we're going to do another increase. Okay. So we're going to do 6, if I can speak, 6 single crochet, then an increase, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then an increase. All right, we're going to continue that around. So 6 single crochets, an increase, 6 single crochets, an increase, and going all the way around. Okay. Okay. Now we did our last increase for now, and this is what she's looking like so far. Okay, nice and thick. Anyway, so now I need you to do 6 rows of matching stitch for stitch, 6 rows of just the same amount of stitches around and around. Okay, we're not doing any more increases right this minute, and I will meet you back after you do 6 rows. So total of 6 rows of non-increase, stitch for stitch. I'll see you back. Okay, I did all my rows, and we are going to fasten off this one. So the way I personally, I like to fasten off. I like to take my hook down the next stitch, right in between. Yeah. And then grab some yarn, bring it up and through, and cut. So, okay. And then you can weave in your ends. You got the center down here to weave in, and you got here to weave in. So I'm going to put that off to the side. Now we're going to get red. Let's see. I'm on a roll with finding the centers today. Now for the red, we're only doing single strand. We're not doing double strand like we did on the gray. We're going to do another magic ring. When you're used to working with double strands, it's so odd when you go back to single. Okay. All right, so in the center, I want you to put in 6 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to bring it close a little bit. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do 2 half double crochets in every stitch. Again, we're not slip stitching, we're working in the rounds. So there's 1, and here's 2. Oh, I think that's loose. I don't like that. One and 2. I'm going to mark my first one. So we're going to put 2 half double crochets in every stitch. Eight, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now we're going to do increases like we did on the gray. So we're going to do, the next row will be 1 half double crochet, then 2 half double crochets, 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, and all the way around, and that will take you to 18. Okay, then we're going to do the next row of 2 half double crochets, increase, 2 half double crochets, increase. Then we're going to go to 3, and then 4, and 5, and then 6. So you're going to keep increasing until you have 6 half double crochets and an increase, 6 half double crochets and an increase. You're going to take that all the way around, and then once you finish 6 half double crochets and increase, I'll meet you back here. Okay. So after you got this done, until you get to the 6 half double crochets and increase, now all you need to do for the rest of this red is 3 rows of matching stitch for stitch. So just normal crocheting around, no increasing, no decreasing, for 3 rows. After you get the 3 rows off, tie off, and then I'll meet you back and we'll work on the next part. Okay, so now we have our gray piece, and I weaved in my ends, and we have our red piece. The red piece is going to go inside the gray piece, and where you tied off, I personally would recommend that you stagger it, but if you want to put it together, you're absolutely welcome to. I am going to stagger it like that. Okay, now we're going to take our white that we have, and we're going to do one round of just matching stitch for stitch, joining these together, okay? So pick where you want to go. Now remember, the gray piece was a double strand, so make sure you get that very good. Go into the red. All the way around, and then bring it through a chain one. I'm going to go back in there where I just came out of, and I'm going to do a single crochet, and then I'm just going to go around doing one single crochet, and I'm actually going over my white tail. Might as well while I'm doing it, so it's one less thing I need to worry about. So we're gonna just go around and we're joining this with one single crochet in each one. Okay. So we're going through the gray and we're going through the red. And we're gonna do a single crochet, and I will meet you around, okay? Take your time on this part, very, very important. Okay, remember it's just single crochet, and we're joining the gray with the red. Okay, I'll meet you back. Okay, I went all the way around, and I tucked this in as I was doing it, so I can just cut that off. So your stitches should be 48. So we got the red inside for his mouth, the outside is the gray, and we have one row of single crochet of 48, joining these together. Now they're joined, you don't have to worry about it. So now we're gonna keep white on here, but we're gonna do an increase. And also now I just want to slip stitch. I'm doing this because I don't want that gap, but that's me. So now we're going to chain one, and we're going to single crochet in 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then do an increase. So 2. And then again, you're done a single crochet in 7, and then do an increase. And I will meet you back. All right, look how nice this is looking. Got the white. So this is where you can honestly see where the changes are. So I'm going to keep that like off, probably more off to the bottom. Yeah, probably off to the bottom. So now we're going to work on a row of gray, and then we're going to do the eye. So I kind of want my eye starting somewhere around here. So this is where I'm going to start the row, the first round, so I end here so we can work on the eye. So decide on how you want your bold to be. I'm loving this, by the way. Absolutely. So anyway, figure out where you're going to want your eyes for him. And I'm going to start right around here. Yeah, somewhere around here. Excuse me. So I'm going back to gray. Gone. Okay, do my chain 1, tighten it up, go back in there and do a single crochet. And we're going to do 8 single crochets and an increase. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then this next one is 2 single crochets right in there. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 8 single crochets and an increase. And I'll meet you around. Okay, here we go. Now that was the round of the increase, okay? Take your time, make sure your counts are working out. Like with your increases, they should all be working out evenly. Because if they don't, when we're doing this next section, it's going to be difficult for you. All right. So I just joined to my first stitch. That's all I did. So now we're going to chain 1, and I'm looking for my stitch marker. Chain 1, and right back in that same stitch, I'm going to do a single crochet. And now we're going to do a single crochet in the next 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's a total of 6 stitches. And turn, chain 1. We're going to skip your first stitch. Then we're going to single crochet in 3. 1, 2, and 3. All right. I'm going to skip, and then you're done a single crochet in that last stitch. And turn, chain 1, skip your first stitch, and single crochet in the last 3. 1, 2, and 3. All right. So now in the row going down, we're going to single crochet so you get down to your rows. Just put it right in the side, do a single crochet, and do another one, put it at the base, Now we're on a single crochet 10 right in the original row. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. After you crochet the 10, chain 1, pull that through. Okay. Switch to white. Turn, go in your first stitch, pull it out, chain 1, single crochet back in that same stitch. Okay. Skip the next stitch. Single crochet 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Skip a stitch. Okay. Skip a stitch and do one more single crochet. Chain 1 and turn. And then we're going to single crochet straight across 8 of them. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Turn. Chain 1, single crochet, skip a stitch, and single crochet 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip a stitch, and single crochet. turn, chain 1, single crochet across. You should have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Turn. Chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch, skip a stitch, single crochet 2, 1 and 2, skip a stitch and single crochet, chain 1, turn, single crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn, chain 1. Now we're going to decrease. So you go in the first one, grab some yarn, go in the second one, grab some yarn, go through them all, and do that again. One more decrease. Okay. Chain 1. Cut this off. And I'm going to do some weaving in. I'll meet you back. Okay, here's our little shark so far. One thing I did not mention, I do want to mention, is when you're making this, make sure you take, I just picked up a bowl, the bowl, make sure the bowl fits in your cozy. Okay, and just a little tidbit, thought I'd add that. Okay, now we're going to do the second eye. Okay, same hook. And I'm also going back to my gray. Okay. Excuse me, guys. It's a beautiful day here, and I have my windows open, and it's been a long winter, so every time my puppers hear something, they start the barking thing, so I do apologize for that. Anyway, so we're going back to gray. And you're going to be going into the very next stitch that's available. Pull through, chain 1. Now we want to go back in that stitch and we want to do a single crochet, 1 and 8, that one plus 5 more. Okay. One. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to turn. and chain 1. We're going to skip that stitch, and we're going to single crochet in the next 3. That very first stitch, you skip it, and then you're going to single crochet in the next 3. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to skip a stitch. You're going to put a single crochet in that last stitch. Okay. Now we're going to single crochet down. You're going to put 1 on the side here. And you're going to go into that last stitch and you're going to put a single crochet. All right. Put it in the wrong spot. The first row. There we go. Okay. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like that. I'm going to take those 2 out. Take them out, guys. I didn't like that in the pattern. So what you're going to do now is chain 1, take those last 2 stitches out. I don't like that in the pattern. Chain 1, and these we're going to do a decrease. So decrease the first 2, then decrease the last 2. And your hook in there sometimes is very, very hard. There we go. And they're going to decrease. So I'm going to chain 1, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my end here, if I can get it weaved in, and I'm going to merge this eye next to because you want them to look like they're one. There we go. And all you have to do is weave in your ends. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my white. I'm going to put it in my first stitch on the white. Chain one and go back in, and I'm going to single crochet up the entire side of his snout. Since he's white, it needs to be white, but make sure it's single crochet. And come down. This side. Please, please take your time. Even though some of these stitches are really hard to get into, you need to get into them to make this look very clean on the edges. See how much that edging makes a difference on it? Okay. Now we're going to take our gray and we're going to pick up right here where we stopped. And we're going to edge all the way around the eye. Okay, so I went around the eyes with single crochet and I did the snout with single crochet. It's looking really cute. Now I made one, but we're gonna make the pectoral, the fins. I don't know how to pronounce that word, so I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna make the fins where you need two of them. Okay, so here's one. I'm gonna show you how to make the other one, so both of them are the same. And again, I'm using gray for it. All right, so you do your normal slip knot. Chain two. 1 and 2. You flip your chain over, and in the back humps, there should be 2 of them. Hold on, guys. Anyway, so you go into the first chain of the chain 2 in the back hump. You're going to go in there and you're going to do 1 single crochet in that back hump. Okay. chain 1, and you turn. And in that one single crochet, you're going to put in 2 single crochets. One and 2. And on chain 1, turn, and put in 1 single crochet in each stitch, which is 2. Okay, chain 1 and turn. Now you have 2 stitches, so you don't put in 2 single crochets in each stitch. It'll take you to 4 single crochets. Okay, chain 1, turn, and just put in 1 single crochet in each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. That last stitch. Make sure you get in there. And 4. Okay. Now chain 1 and just single crochet around the entire fin. It gives it a nice edging. And when you're done around, just take that. And hide your end. The other end I just crocheted over, so that is fine. And again, you need to make 2 of these. Now we need to make some top teeth. Start with white. You need to chain 27. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Second chain from the hook, do a slip stitch, next chain, do a single crochet, skip 2, 1, 2. Now this is going to be the repeat pattern. Slip stitch, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 2, slip stitch into the third, and single crochet in the fourth. Okay, skip 2, slip stitch, chain 4, skip 2, down the chain, slip stitch, and then single crochet. Okay. Skip 2, slip stitch, chain 4, 2, 3, 4, skip 2, slip stitch, single crochet, skip 2, slip stitch, chain 4, skip 2, slip stitch, single crochet, skip 2, slip stitch, chain 4, skip 2, slip stitch, single crochet, skip 2, slip stitch, chain 4, skip 2 going down, slip stitch, single crochet, okay, one more time, skip 2, slip stitch, chain 4, skip 2, slip stitch, single crochet, skip 2, and then slip stitch in your last stitch, and then cut. And if you want, for this end, you can just tie off. There's your teeth. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of them. Your Sharky has 8 teeth. So the teeth get hooked down here, right where the red is on your bowl. Okay. You can just put some thread on a needle and weave it in, going back and forth, weave it in where it hooks in. Want me to show you? I can show you. So I got some thread. But make sure it's hooked where you want it. Here's my yarn. So I'm going to come in right where the red and white meet. And I'm going to grab my teeth. And I'm going to go into the very next one. And go through. Okay. And that's what I'm going to do, back and forth. Please take your time on this. You put all this work into this. Now is not the time to go crazy fast so it's sloppy. Okay, I'll see you at the end. All right, teeth are attached. It's looking so cool. Anyway, teeth are attached. So now we're going to do the bottom teeth. The bottom teeth are the exact same as the top teeth, except instead of a chaining 27, you chain 21. Okay? So let me get you started on the teeth again, just so everybody's on a good page with it. Chain 21. 1, 21. So slip stitch, second chain from the hook, single crochet the next stitch, skip 2, slip stitch, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 2, third one, do a slip stitch, and then a single crochet in the last one. Then again you skip 2, slip stitch, chain 4, skip 2, slip stitch, single crochet in the next, which is the last one. Okay, skip 2, slip stitch, chain 4, 2, 3, and 4, skip 2, slip stitch, and then single crochet. Skip 2, slip stitch, chain 4, 3, and 4, skip 2, slip stitch, single crochet. Skip 2, slip stitch, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, skip 2, slip stitch, single crochet. Okay, skip 2, 1, 2, and then you slip stitch in the last one. If I can catch it. Now you add the bottom teeth the same way. Make sure the 2 center teeth are lined up center with your snout. Okay? And then you add them the same way as we did these. Okay? And then your little fins, find your center point right down here. And then what I do is I count 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And right there, I add that fin. And then I count up 9 and I add the other fin. And then after we add all that stuff, I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk to you in length about the eyes. There's 2 ways to do the eyes. But I want to talk to you about what method you're going to use because it really makes a difference. It matters, and I can't stress that enough. So let me get all this attached and good, and I'll be back. Hey, look at this beauty. I put my bowl in, and I think I got some of the red showing, but that's really okay. That's part of his mouth. So I ended up having to find a smaller bowl because I made mine too small. So please remember when you're making this, pick the bowl that you're, the bowl size that you have in your house to make sure your bowl size is fixed. So there's the fins, there's all the teeth. Now, if you plan to have your soup in here and you're putting it in the microwave, you cannot, and I cannot stress this hard enough, you cannot use these eyes. You will have to sew on with 100% cotton yarn his eyes. If you're planning on using this after it's heated, the soup is going in a bowl already warmed like from the stove. You're not using any heating device, oven, microwave, anything that this is going to go in. These are made of plastic. They will melt. And hopefully that's all that happens. So what I'm saying is if you're using these, this product cannot, it is not kitchen safe. You cannot put it in a microwave. You cannot put it in an oven. You can't put it anywhere. So if you're planning to put this in a microwave and such, use 100% cotton only to make his eyes. I'm not using him like that, so I'm going to put on my eyes. So here he is. And do I want I like them. Pretty cool. That is my eyes that I'm going to use. And then you put on the snaps on the back. Like that. There we go. Now remember, like I said, if you don't put it in the microwave, that's absolutely fine. But you cannot use these eyes for putting them in the microwave. You have to sew 100% cotton. But here she is. The shark ball cozy turned out beautiful. I'm happy with them. You can also make this all gray if you wanted, but I liked making it white. So he turned out wonderful. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Ronnie. I work closely with Maggie and Lauren to bring you these beautiful crochet tutorials. And here at Whip and Chain, it's always a work in progress. Until next time, happy crocheting, everybody. Take care.